By Texas Congressman Pete Sessions. Sir, good morning. Okay, so now that the Supreme Court has stepped in, walk us through what happens next. I mean, do you imagine that there will be other legal challenges to this?
Thank you and good morning. No, the Supreme Court has ended that challenge. The map could still continue, and I'm sure will, inside the Court of Appeals. But the bottom line is that yesterday, we received, it was the end of our filing. And so the filing, as the media is well aware, had a number of changes that people not only moved seats in the case of several running for the United States Senate, which then left open seats. And then others decided not to run. They're going to run for county judge. Mark Vesey will, and certainly the change with Miss Crockett's seat in Dallas will then host two Democrats vying against each other. So this is the kind of scramble that happens when you have redistricting. This is the kind of scramble when a court like the Supreme Court, the final court of appeal, makes its decisions. And so we are moving forward. And today the process begins where the fight with knowing who the candidates will be on both sides.
Yeah, and I do want to get your reaction to Jasmine Crockett in just a bit, but can you just put into perspective how big this truly is and how big the Supreme Court decision is heading into those midterms?
Well, in fact, it is more than just a signal. It is to say that the process that went on, while not perfect, it allowed itself to really be in line with other states. As we know, California, even though it seems like that they're changing what they're doing, will gut Republicans. They had already done that. This had already been accomplished in New York. It had already been accomplished in Illinois. So this is simply to match up that opportunity with Texas that the other blue states had already accomplished with little fanfare except for New York. So what's going to happen now is that the Supreme Court has now ruled. We will move forward. And then the netting out process will begin as other states either decide to or don't decide to move forward. I still think that Republicans hold a distinct advantage, despite what we've all heard, as we approach the big issues of this country. I think President Trump has done a great job to put us economically on the pathway we'll be. Now it's up to the House and the Senate to move forward on the things which we need to do, which are in our purview, and that is health care. We do need and have at our hand a better health care bill, one which recognizes that we as members of Congress get subsidies as any person who is on employer-provided health care. And we need to move forward with this because people who were stuck in Obamacare do not have the options and alternatives. So I think my party, my conference, is now becoming very aligned to the fact that we need to have insurance available for all Americans that will provide them not just their needs, but one that will be done in a cost-effective manner. And that is what I think my conference is looking at now. And the idea is on the table.
I mean, healthcare, that has just become such a massive issue in this country. It's become so unaffordable for so many people. But, sir, you know, being in Congress, I do have to get your reaction to Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett announcing her run for Senate. How do you think that is going to go?
Well, we watched Colin Allred run his liberal brigade through against Ted Cruz. Colin Allred lost by 1 million votes in Texas just last November. The same will happen with Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett, if she is that nominee, will find herself that she will fight all the way to the last second, and the Texas citizens all recognize, as the rest of America, that her idea of liberalism, her idea of why she's running, that's mostly against Donald Trump, but it has lots of policy implications behind it. Texas will support Senator John Cornyn in that race, and that will move forward. to the best interest of Texas. Texas has not radically changed where Jasmine Crockett is.
Yeah, you would think she was going up against Donald Trump with her opening campaign there. But lastly, quickly, I do have to get your reaction to President Trump's new farming aid package. What do you make of this initiative? And is $12 billion enough for a long-term solution to help these farmers? About 20 seconds, sir.
Well, I'm for it. I represent the Texas Farm Bureau, have been a member for 32 years. Our cattle, our producers of farm and hay and eggs and all the things, poultry, need this to make sure that we counter what is happening in a large way with the tariff issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Congressman Pete Sessions from the great state of Texas, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it.